Hello, this is Rafa. Welcome to another page in my homesteading diary. I checked my weather app and saw this cute little word, breezy. Aw, what a lovely day. Wrong. This little icon is a monster. Last night was howling and wailing winds and debris banging against our windows. I got up this morning, went to see what all that fuss was about and what it had wrought. Hello, hi. We're back. So let's take a look at the aftermath and see what's going on. It was pretty rough. It was definitely pretty rough and scary. So let's head over to the little garden plot and see how it fared. To refresh your memory, this is how things looked previously. Goodness gracious. Look, y'all. Look, y'all. Oh my goodness. You know, when I looked out the window last night, I couldn't see that much. But I did see this big hoop house just rocking and reeling and lifting up. And, the temperatures was just so cold, I was not about to go out there and get it or try to do anything with it. I mean, I did not know. That wind was a beast. This thing is torn apart to smithereens. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And even now, you could still hear the wind. But look, okay, at least as cold as it was, because it dropped down like in the 20s or so, everything still looks good. I don't know how long things were uncovered, but everything still looks fine. Everything still looks healthy. Okay, this is just temporary. A little temporary setback. Okay, see how peaceful and calm that looks? Almost pretty. When I think of breezy, that's what I'm thinking of. Something gentle. Not what I experienced last night. It woke me up out of my sleep last night. I almost turned on the TV to see if there were any emergency warnings going on. It was something. It was something. It sounded so fierce. And it's such a beautiful day. Sun is shining. It's still freezing though. Don't be mistaken. It is frigid out here. Like my fingers feel like they're going numb. That's how cold it is. Deceptively beautiful. It's interesting because it still sounds very windy. And from where I am, it sounds loud, but This is what I would imagine breezy would be like, not like what we experienced last night. It seems relatively calm right now. We had high gusty winds all afternoon in bouts off and on, and the temperature stayed around the 20s. These are my beans that you're looking at right here. Everything, by the time I got back out there that afternoon, late that afternoon, everything was just translucent, waterlogged, crunchy looking. Looked like if you touched them, they would just shatter. Everything was on its last leg, and I don't know how we're going to recover from that. Oh my gosh. Look, y'all, I don't believe this. This is 2 days later. My husband and I came out the evening after the high winds, and we crudely fashioned this hoop house back together and just left it. All praises to the Most High. I am so happy. My romaines, they took a little bit of a beating, but I would have sworn they were dead. They looked like they were out for the count, y'all. But here they are. They've all bounced back. They have some life in the leaves. And that collard cabbage right there, that was definitely not even that big. You know what? None of this stuff was this big. See that heater down there? We went to Lowe's, got a little heater that heats up 100 square feet. It has an adjustable thermostat, an automatic shut off if it tips over. And we put it in here. It looks like everything is thriving. Look at that little mustard green right there that's coming along. None of this stuff was that big. So between the frost and the cold temperatures and the heater under this hoop house, it's had just as much of an effect on the growth as though it had rained. Wonderful. I'm loving it, because I thought my garden game was going to be over for the season, y'all. I thought it was over, but it's back. So, we are definitely going to have to redo this hoop house. This is just temporary. It was frigid out here when we tried to put it back together. So that's the best that we did. But it's been up for 2 days. Everything's closed right now. All the stores are closed, so we can't buy the supplies that we need. But maybe tomorrow or the next day we'll be able to. We covered these. This is where the broccolini and the collard greens and Brussels sprouts are, and that's my cabbage, my salad bowl, all covered up, nice and toasty. You can't see it. I'll have to come back on another day to show you, but I've planted some lettuce seeds and they're starting to sprout. So this cold snap, I absolutely was able to sustain very little damage, and I'm so excited about that. I was thinking, oh my goodness, I just started the channel and it's going to have to be over already. Everything's going to be dead. But the day was saved. For a week, our temperatures hovered in the teens and 20 range. Here are 4 ways that we protected our crops. We accidentally stumbled across the perfect microclimate in this hoop house by adding a space heater that had an automatic shut off if it tipped over and an adjustable thermostat. We set the temperature at 65 degrees for this 12x7 space. For this 4x8 wooden raised bed, we just simply put the hoop house over it. All of the hoop houses have 6 mil plastic that I obtained from Amazon, but you can obtain them from Lowe's as well. I like the one from Amazon because it's translucent, and during the day I can actually see the crops and enjoy them. I had considered putting a few candles in here on concrete pavers and let them burn out naturally during the night, just to make sure that there was enough warmth, but it turns out I did not need to do that. The hoop houses generated and trapped enough heat during the day that carried over through the night, and so that was a perfect environment. I believe these 3 totes are 37 gallons each, and I purchased them with the intention of planting seeds, which I did. I planted kale, spinach, turnips, beets, and lettuces. I was going to put the tops in the shed because I didn't think they would be needed. However, it ended up being the perfect covering to protect the seeds from the freeze. The lids also help to facilitate the sprouting of the seeds because they are trying to search for sunlight, and you have created a dark environment. Just remember that during the daytime you need to remove the lids to ventilate and also to provide some sunshine. If I had small plants, I could have, and an empty tote, I could have just set the plants inside the tote and cover them over, and that would have protected them as well. The fourth way we protected our crops was to drape them over with 6 mil plastic and secure the ends with bricks and clamps. Beneath this plastic, we have our brassicas, which are cold hardy anyway, our collards, our Brussels sprouts, and our broccolini. We did not put a lot of effort into them because these crops would have actually survived without being covered. They may have looked a little weathered and worn, but they would have bounced back. Here's a picture of the space heater that we have inside the big hoop house. You might want to pause the video here to write down information about it if you're interested in purchasing it. I'm so happy that you stopped by for another day with Tuesday's Child. I hope you come again as we turn the page for a new adventure in homesteading. Remember, Tuesday's Child is full of grace. This channel promotes the goodness in life. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. And above all, prosper and be in good health.